Hey there, this is James Wilson with MTB Strength Training Systems and BikeJames.com. First, let me say thanks for taking the time to check out this website and this video. Hopefully by the time you've come across this website, you've had a chance to check out my blog and subscribe to my newsletters and have had a chance to benefit from the video demos, the tips, and the routines that you found there. Now, as a fellow mountain biker, I'm sure you're always on the lookout for ways to help you ride faster, longer, and with more confidence on the trail. I know that I sure am. Now, as the strength and conditioning coach for 3 national champions and the Yeti Cycles World Cup team, my programs have been proven at the highest levels. And as a regular contributor for leading industry sources such as Decline Magazine and PinkBike.com, I've changed the way that riders around the world have looked at training for the demands of our unique sport. Now, I've helped thousands of riders around the world just like you enjoy riding more by improving the skills, fitness, and mindset that they need on the trail. Now here's the thing though, I'm just like you. I'd rather be out on the trail than in the gym working out. I know it sounds strange coming from a guy who makes a living training people, but the gym's not the first place that I would like to be. Now I also have a full-time job, a family, and friends, which means I know exactly what it's like trying to fit it all in. So the advice and the programs that you're going to find on this website bear all of that in mind. Now the website revolves around a couple things. You're going to find 4 main things on the website. Now first up, the main thing, the thing I think most riders are going to find the biggest benefit from are my new 15-minute trail rider tune-up workouts. I wrote an article for Pink Bike on this concept a few months back, and it really took off. I started using them myself, started using them with my clients in my facility, and really started seeing a marked increase in their fitness levels, started seeing their mobility levels go up faster, started seeing them lean out a little bit more. So I realized that there was something to this little bit of extra work on a daily basis adding up to something big in the long run. In fact, currently I'm only training twice a week. I go into the gym for 2 dedicated 1-hour training sessions, and then I'm doing 3 to 4 of these trail rider tune-ups each week as well. And I got to tell you, I feel as though I'm gaining the benefits that I was when I was working out 3 times a week without the hassle of trying to find another hour to get into the gym. And so no matter what workout program you're following, these 15-minute trail rider tune-up workouts are going to be really beneficial for you because, just get up a little bit early. What I've been doing is getting up, 15, 20 minutes early. I've been running through these before I have breakfast, and it's really helped increase my energy levels. And like I said, besides the the mobility and the extra cardio and just feeling better, I've definitely noticed huge benefits from this. As well as people in my facility, and getting feedback from people who are on the website already using these things. So the other thing that you're going to find is the exclusive forum that I have on the website. Now, unfortunately, we all know that most internet forums are populated by a few trolls that make it really difficult to have an intelligent conversation. And so, because of that, I can't really get sucked into those places. It just eats up your time and your mental energy. And so this forum here is the only place that you're going to find me on a consistent basis answering your questions about riding, longer, faster, and with more confidence on the trail, and basically having more fun. So if you want access to me in order to ask me any question that you have, whether it's training, nutrition, supplements, even skill stuff, I can point you in the right direction with that. Any question that you have, you want access to me, this is the only place that you're going to be able to get it. Now, the other thing that you're going to find on the site are some in-depth coaching tips. Now, these coaching tips are going to go way beyond the usual watch me, now do this kind of stuff that you usually see, and it's really going to explain the feeling behind the movements that you need. Now, this in-depth stuff really helps you get more out of every movement. And so, I've also run some kettlebell clinics that, go over kettlebell training techniques and different lifts and how to get the most out of those things as well. And also, answering your questions. I've had people ask me, how do I do this? How do I get in a position for this? And so, showing them through video how to do that. So these coaching tips are things that I am picking up in my facility working with real riders every day, and also through working with my online clients, the things that I'm finding to help them or what I'm posting on this website here with these in-depth coaching tips. And then last but not least, besides the forum, you're also going to get access to me through a 1-hour teleseminar that I'm going to have every month. So you're going to have live access to me to ask me a question, because I know how it goes. Sometimes you ask a question, and then that answer, spurs another question. And so sometimes it's easier if we can just like talk for a few minutes rather than have to spend a bunch of time going back and forth through the forum. And so I'm going to give you the opportunity to call in, with your questions each month, and I'm going to personally answer them. And so we're also going to record these phone calls in case you don't get a chance to get in on them, and so you can listen to them later and see if there was some good information or somebody asked a question that was relevant to you. So those are the four main things that you're going to find. We've got our 15-minute Trail Rider tune-ups. You've got your access to me through the forum. You've got our in-depth coaching cues, and then we've got our monthly live teleseminar where you're going to have access to me to answer any questions that you may have. So you're basically gaining me as a personal coach. I mean, this is as close as you can get to having me personally work with you without having to fly to Grand Junction and either move here and join my training facility or fly here and pay $250 an hour for a private consultation. So it's pretty much a no-brainer. For $17 a month, you're going to gain access to all this. Plus, it doesn't stop there. I'm going to be adding more things on. I want to make sure that I can do these things well before I start building on that. But I definitely have plans for this site in the future. So you want to make sure that you get in on it. And so here's what I need you to do though. I need you to click on that add to cart button that you see below this video. Now, the reason that you want to jump on this right now is because I have to put a limit on how many people can join the site, because I want to give a good experience to the people who are on this site. And so I can't have just thousands and thousands of people on here, because it's just going to get impossible for me to keep up with the questions on the forum and things like that. And so I'm cutting this off at 250 people at this $17 a month rate. So these spots are going to fill up quickly. Now at that point, I don't know what I'm going to do. At the very least, I'm going to raise the price. I may decide I don't want to deal with any more than 250 members on this site, and so cut it off at that. So you don't want to wait and find out that a week or so down the road I'm full and now you can't get in. Or, now you can, but the price has gone up. So make sure that you don't wait. You take advantage of this opportunity right now. This is the single best investment that you can make as a rider. Remember, the engine that drives the bike, you are the single most important thing. And so if you're not going to make excuses, you're not going to blame your bike and all these other things for how you're riding, and you're going to take responsibility for your riding and train you and improve the skills and fitness that you have, then this is the best resource that you can possibly have access to in order to help you do that. So once again, click on the add to cart button below, get going. You can be signed up, logged in, and doing your first 15-minute Trail Rider tune-up workout in less than 15 minutes. So go ahead and jump on it, do it. And so hopefully you guys will take me up on this, and I'll see you on the website, and I'll see you on the forum, and talk to you on the teleseminar. And if not, then too bad. Just hope that your riding partner didn't take advantage of this opportunity, because when you see him blasting by you on the trail and wondering how he got so fast so quick, then you'll know that you should have jumped on it as well. But hopefully that's not going to be you. Take advantage of this opportunity, and I will see you on the website.